Another gritty win. Another gritty win. Man, they gotta stop doing this shit. Win's a win. Let's unpack it all. What's going on, y'all? TK here, back with another episode of TK's commentaries. We are at the end of the Bills-Browns Week 15 matchup. Buffalo coming out with the victory, 23-20. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We are grinding over here on YouTube. This win was definitely not pretty. However, it does put more pressure on the Patriots who face the Ravens tonight, because they showed a little earlier in the broadcast the simplest ways for Buffalo to make it to the playoffs and win the division is for them to win out and the Patriots to lose out, or Buffalo to win out and the Patriots lose to either divisional opponent. But with this win, and if the Patriots lose tonight to the Ravens, Buffalo's game next week against the Eagles, doesn't matter if they win or lose. Obviously, I want them to win, but a win doesn't necessarily matter. All they'll have to do is win versus the Jets in the final week of the regular season, and hopefully the Patriots lose either to the Jets or the Dolphins. Will that happen? Remains to be seen. But that's a look ahead. Let's bring it back to this game, shall we? The Bills started off pretty solid on offense, going into halftime up 20-10, but then only being able to amass 3 points in the second half. The offense, especially towards the end of the first half, really went ice cold, and it started when Allen tried to scramble by a little bit more time, but did end up getting sacked after giving himself up, but managing to keep the ball out of the end zone for what would have been a potential safety. Originally, it was called that Myles Garrett did not get part of that, get a half a sack, but then at the start of the fourth quarter, they re-looked at it and said he did. So I don't know why you wouldn't have called that at first place, but it is what it is. Garrett did not end up getting the record, so that record will stay intact for probably at least another week. Buffalo, Allen also did not have a touchdown in this game. He went 12-19 for 130 yards with a 6.8 average, along with an 83.2 rating, 17 rush yards on 7 carries, with his longest being 7. Didn't really need to use the arm, although I would like to have seen a couple more. He came close on a 4th down play, but Knox dropped it in the end zone. Cook was the star today, 16 carries, 117 yards, averaging 7.3 yards per carry to go with 2 touchdowns, and Ty Johnson had 3 rushes for 16 yards on 5.3 yards per carry and the other touchdown as well. While the pass defense played pretty solid, only allowing Shedeur to go 20 of 29 for 157 yards and 5.4 yards per carry with 1 touchdown and having 2 picks. The run defense was still an issue. Run defense and 3rd down conversions. As a team, Cleveland had 160 rushing yards. Now, while none of their rushers even hit 50, Shedeur Sanders was the closest at 49. It's still much to be desired, but Quinshon Judkins did leave the game with a lower leg injury, but it was Buffalo's defense that made a lot of plays. Poyer was flying around the field, 11 total tackles, 6 solo tackles. He got a half a sack along with Gregory Rousseau, 1 tackle for a loss, 1 pass defended, 1 quarterback hit, and also had an interception. Rousseau, 3 total tackles, 2 solo, 2.5 sacks, 2 tackle for losses. Walker and Bosa had 3 passes defended, and Daquan Jones had the other Bills INT. As I mentioned, Buffalo's defense giving up 160 total rushing yards, 5.2 yards per carry. And on 3rd down, Cleveland was 57.1%. That is not what you want, especially with Philly coming to town. Overall, gritty win, but it's these kind of games that you needed. I felt that there was a couple plays where they left points on the field, not bringing in Bagley, who missed a extra point earlier in the game, but ultimately hit a 41-yarder, his only field goal that day. It was a lot closer than probably it needed to be. The Bills' offense, especially in the second half, went absolutely ice cold. Nothing seemed to be working. They were definitely out of sorts. Cleveland definitely looked like a better second half team, but Buffalo's defense did make stops when they needed to. Buffalo moves to 11-4 a half a game behind the Patriots, who play tonight versus the Ravens. Would love to see Baltimore get that W. Next week, Buffalo goes back home to face and has the Philadelphia Eagles coming to town, which is going to be, it's always a potential Super Bowl matchup, and it's going to be one of them games. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I will catch y'all next week after the Eagles game, which is at 4:25. Peace, and go Bills.